If you win the raffle in the game, you win the raffle in real life.
Oh, snap.
Did everyone find the link I posted in Roll20?
Not yet.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I just posted it in Roll20.
Ooh.
My computer would die if I tried to pull up Discord right now. So before we start the actual session, I only have the most passing familiarity with everyone's characters. So, and I'm sure that's true for a lot of us about each other. So, how about we
don't know anything about anyone else?
Yeah, let's start with a little
Introduction?
Yeah, introduction.
Who goes first?
My name is Trip Steele. I am a professional knife thrower at the circus, the traveling circus that we're at. I am a 5th level Soul Blade rogue. I have brown hair with my lucky handkerchief that I always keep in my left hand pocket. I have this beautiful leather crocodile cowboy hat that I made myself. Don't ask me how I did it.
Is it black leather, or is it like
Black leather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if it was like the normal crocodile colored,
I wear cowboy boots all the time. I have a trench coat with gold trimming because it makes me look fancy, but I'm dirt poor because I don't make a lot at the circus. And I have a scar underneath my right eye, and I have a bunch of stick and poke tattoos. They're all pretty shitty looking.
Did you do them yourself?
I did. Especially the one on my hand.
How
And
tall
it's like
are you?
I am 6'2", so kind of tall. I weigh 185. Yeah. Some
Tall,
light
lanky
brown
boy.
hair.
185
Oh,
for 6'2".
Yeah. Hell yeah. Tall, lanky. I look bigger than I actually am because I got a trench coat on because I think it makes me look powerful.
Yeah, he's a $185 when wet.
Yeah. But I look like 220 with all my clothes on.
That's funny.
Looks like my clothes weigh more than me. But yeah.
Any idea how long you've been with the circus Trip?
Probably solid 5 years on and off. Yep, 5 years.
You all would know the circus is extremely seasonal, and there's actually multiple branches of it. Think sort of like Cirque du Soleil. Like there's not just the one. Like maybe there used to be, but it's since expanded.
Yeah.
So this is the main, quote, original troupe. If you want to ignore the whole, is the ship still the same ship if you've replaced all the parts conundrum?
Yeah.
What?
So it is, more prestigious. It is a bigger show than some of the other ones. And it does more traveling, and it's more seasonal. So performers, even staff hands are constantly coming in and out per season, per show, per place, basically.
Makes sense.
Oh, and he found his 5th wife, Delilah.
5th in a row, or 5th at a time? I'm just curious.
5th at a time. He's been divorced 4 times.
This one's gonna stick.
5th time's a charm.
He scratches out every tattoo.
Excellent.
He has Delilah tattooed on his neck above all the other 4.
He just wears his scarf higher and higher.
What is Delilah's last name?
I'll come
Now
up with
it's
it
Hills.
in 30 seconds.
As long as it's not Briarwood.
I was gonna say it's Delilah Briarwood for sure.
No!
Probably something ridiculous like Storm Garden.
No relation.
No relation, not at all.
Delilah Storm Garden, not of the Storm Gardens, mind you. Excellent. Who feels ready next?
I'll go next. Today I'm playing Maeve Grimwalker. She is an Asmar. So the wings aren't always there. But she always has this ever so slight halo around her head. It almost like maybe if you're not quite paying attention, you kind of don't notice it. It's that faint. But then like, she moves her head and then you'll suddenly like see a weird little like, and then you're like, oh right, yeah, halo. She's got silvery-ish freckles on her face. If the light hits it just right, you can see that they're kind of like metallic-y, but they're not always like sparkly. She is also 6'2", big lady, at 210 pounds. Maybe some of your characters may know if you've ever asked her, but she is 70 years old, although she barely looks 30. Apparently, Azamars live to like 160. She's got those scars on her face, like in the picture. She is almost always wearing her half plate armor with her big shield on her back. Even if she's like in the kitchen, I guess she'd put the shield down, but she doesn't feel comfortable not wearing her half plate. On her shield, it's got the Ouroboros symbol in like a figure 8, so it's like a snake eating itself.
Mm.
She's also got a hand axe like in her belt.
And what does Maeve do at the circus?
She is behind the scenes, the circus medic, all around healing, taking care of the sick. Maybe if somehow patrons get injured from a show or something, she'll help out there too. But other than that, she just kind of helps out wherever she can. Maybe sometimes she helps out in the food booths or just helping move, get the tents set up or tear down, She just kind of does whatever she can when she isn't needed for healing purposes. I feel
Excellent.
like that's the main reason why the circus keeps hiring her back every year. I feel like she's like a seasonal regular, so she's always here for like like the peak season of circusing, and then she'll leave the rest of the year and go off on her own.
Thank you. So how long do you think she's been like meeting up with the circus? You said she's seasonal, so like.
Oh right. It's probably been like 15 years now.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
She's old lady.
She's middle-aged lady. Excuse you.
I don't think she quite realizes how long she's gonna live for, but she definitely has realized like I don't look as old as I should.
Yeah, I guess coming back to a place like only part of the year, every year for 15 years, you're going to start to notice a difference in how people are aging versus you.
Also, her mom died. Never knew her dad.
Okay,
Um,
Katara.
Oh, I never knew.
Apparently, Azamars can be born from any race. Really?
Yes.
Yeah. So her mom was just human.
Just human.
Oh, a fun little detail. I'm pretty sure Matt was the one who said it. She has an ex named Rick. Because Maeve, Rick.
Maeve.
Oh.
Jeez.
I mean, I was wondering if you were the one who made the character named Maeve, because I was gonna.
No, I took
Why not?
that name from The Boys because I really like that character. And then Matt pointed it out, Maverick, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh, the boys. Yeah, I didn't make it far in that show. But before I get sidetracked, who'd like to go next?
Oh, I'll go next. Name's Barth. Not short for anything. Been here for about 11 years. I'm 6 foot Gith Zerai. I'm a Gith. Got light green skin, dark black hair, but none of it's on top of my head. Smooth, shiny, bald. But I got a good goatee. It's good. Got some like dark splotches, almost like freckles on my shoulders and my joints. Yeah, I've been here for like 11 years. They call me like an all-seasoner. I'm just, wherever they need me. Got these able hands ready to help. I mean, not too much. I have a Horizon Walker Ranger. I had a little bit of a past, got away from it. Don't talk about it. Don't ask. Don't gotta talk about it. Always got my trusty trident and my spear, or my shield. My trident and my shield somewhere nearby. They're pretty cool, pretty fun. I'm almost always seen wearing something sleeveless, like to show the guns off. Even though I'm kind of lanky, I'm pretty strong for a Gith. Yeah, pretty simple. I do a lot of like carnival games. I work a lot of the games, a lot of the booths during the days. But being an all seasoner, you kind of learn. You got to help wherever they need help. So sometimes I'm setting up stuff. Sometimes I'm tearing down stuff. Yeah, wherever they need me. My favorite thing here is the food and the drinks. Obviously, it's like the main draw that come here. The shows and games, they're fun, but nothing beats a good turkey leg.
And that's true. The setup, regardless of the season, regardless of the theme, there's always a ton of food out in the front areas of the circus. So you get to stand on the game and ride side of the corridor and stare across at the food all shift until you finally get to have a break and eat as much as you want before it's time to get back on the clock. Lift something, break something down.
Along with the signature turkey legs, is there like a signature like alcoholic beverage of the circus? Like, is there a particular brand of like beer or liquor or something?
They probably have like a specific like craft brewer that they have like a unique lager that they sell all seasons all throughout, like their staple drink. But because it is currently the winter holiday, a lot of the menu has been swapped out for
Okay.
wintry foods. So currently there is mulled wine and spiced cider. Where did I write that down?
Ooh.
Mulled ciders and spiced wines, along with the regular ale, which, yeah, is not a surprise. Isn't selling as well when it's cold out. But there's a covered eating area near the performance stage, so there are still some drinks that get passed around of all types. But there's a huge selection of food. It's obviously a huge draw of the circus.
That's hot food on a cold day.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone will take that.
Cold food
I
on
guess-
a hot day.
Oh.
No, I'll let you guys finish the introductions before I show you what the circus looks like. Anything else from Barth before we move on?
No, I'm pretty friendly. I got a lot of friends. Make a lot of acquaintances around the circus itself, around the grounds. It's always good to have a friend in your pocket, you know. So I make sure to do the rounds, happy smiles, help where I can.
Makes sense. And you probably help draw people into the games and explain the rides, because the ride area is behind the game area. So you'll see that. Excellent. Who's next?
Speaking of turkey legs,
Yeah.
my character is Ren. He is a black-furred leonin with incredibly unkept, scruffy like mane and hair and beard and stuff. He does wear a hooded scarf around to try to keep it contained because he never takes care of it. He has been in the circus for probably about 15 years now. He is also a all-season individual because he is the turkey leg smoker. He
Nice.
specializes in the dire turkey leg, which is rarely requested, of course. But he works and slaves over that thing. He's built a large contraption, like a unique smoker to house the dire turkey leg, and then has just his regular smoker that he watches with the other ones. But so he works that booth. Whenever he is not tending to the turkey legs, he is probably scrounging around the carnival floors because he has this little tobacco pouch, and he picks up all the cigarette butts and like uses the leftover tobacco from those.
Ew. Ew.
Oh yeah.
Unique traits, baby.
And how long has Ren been with the circus? Did I miss that part?
About 15 years.
15 years.
He's been here for quite a while. He's a retired blade for hire. Used to specialize in. I mean, he was essentially a hitman.
Jesus.
Secrets revealed.
But so he's definitely got like scars all over his face and stuff. He's. I mean, he keeps to himself for the most part. Bart's pretty cool though. He likes Barth.
Dire turkey legs, my guy.
Yeah.
Do you think Ren has any involvement in the food outside of his booth, or does he just like do his job and live his life?
Well, I mean, I imagine that like the like booth workers all kind of have like their own like little family pact and stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so like he's friendly and stuff with all of them, and like he talks to all of them, like they ask for help and ask questions. He's definitely there. But the performer's probably not. He's probably just a little more like closed off too.
Excellent.
Yeah, not like rude or anything, but just like kind of just quiet.
Got it. Let's see, does that leave us with just Sidbar the Strong?
I think so.
Sounds right, yeah.
What's going on, dudes? Sidbar, Cedar Moss. They call me Sidbar the Strong. Fitness is my passion. Okay. I'm a carpenter by trade, so I build like all the sets here, as well as just fill in for like strongman needs for the show, and then he flexes. This is my Blink dog. I got him from the last circus I worked at. He's pretty old, but like he hangs out while I build shit. And some people ask like, how did I get here? And I always tell them, visualization, determination, execution, and no days off. So it's like I always say, clean body, clean mind. All right. So if anybody wants to slam some weights, just come hit me up. I'm always around. And he's like a 4'2" gnome. He's like a lean 52 pounds. So he's just a little bit taller than most gnomes. He doesn't wear a shirt.
Shredded? Is he just shredded?
Yeah. And he wears a tool belt. and he's got like he's got a screwdriver, a couple screwdrivers, some axes, like a hammer, a wood knife. And then because he's like a bear totem barbarian, he has traits of a bear. So he has like a little bit of canines going, and he has like
Ooh,
thick, hairy arms.
extra furry.
And yeah, and then his nails come to like a slight point on his claws. And then like when he has to do like strongman stuff for the show, if they need him, he always has to rage. It just makes him a little stronger, a little beefier. But this is my
Does
second
he
year
grow a
back.
couple extra inches when he rages?
No, he's already taller than most gnomes, so
So he doesn't need it.
no, I didn't need it. Yeah, so second year back, so I see some friendly faces. Yeah, rack some weights with Barth here. Yeah, we hit it. He's a gym buddy. So yeah, glad to be back. Glad to be back. And he
Nice.
pulls out his protein jerky and just starts
Nice.
eating it.
No
And
days off.
he always has a big water jug with him.
No days off.
Are you a fan of like the turkey legs, or are they too greasy for sit bar?
I'm always just like, dude, just take the skin off and just broil it for me.
It's like the best part.
Yeah.
Take the skin off. This is give me the skin.
I eat to live. I don't live to eat. You know what I mean? So the only oil that goes in my body is on these abs, and he's just kind of a little shimmered.
Performers.
Yeah. So,
It sounds like Sid Bar acts as a good sort of bridge between the. If we want to think of them as cliques, though that sounds a bit too divisive. We've got the cooks, the hands, the faces, and the hats. Faces being performers, and the hats being management. Sounds like Sid Bar is a good bridge between our faces and our hands here.
Pictures
Got
like
the-
70-80% of him like working on sets and building stages, and then like
Mhm.
here and there. Like, here's your little 5-minute piece, don't mess it up. He's like, yes.
So
Right,
there
okay.
is a certain fiery couple who resides in this branch of the circus, and they do tons of workouts, as I'm sure is no surprise to anyone. You think Sid Bar would join them for any of those?
I wonder who this could be. That's so weird.
We'll never know.
The
You never know.
The Hotmans are at it again.
I've only heard
think,
stories of Brett. It's gone
Yeah.
before I got here.
well, I kind of am assuming that's something. Would they like be doing that on their own, or would they try and make it like a group circus activity?
They
Like
are
Brett
not as
does.
social as Brett. They are
Okay.
extremely serious people.
They have dressing rooms with
Um,
security.
The Hotmans are like hyper fixated on their craft. Like it's what they live to do.
Okay.
And so you can join them in that, and they'll gladly welcome people. But they are like raging bulls in one direction. Like they are not deviating for anyone.
Yeah, so they're definitely not chatters during the workout or anything. They're here to work out and not fuck about.
I mean, they'll probably entertain conversation with like oh wow, yeah.
I think
They're,
maybe
they're polite. They're polite people.
yeah, but they're not like using this as a social thing. Like
Yeah,
they're not really
I
that
don't think
social.
the lifestyle doesn't encourage long-term friendships really.
Mhm.
Except, especially for someone who, no offense, Sid Bar, someone who's only been here for a year, like that's a blink in circus time,
I think they would try and get in on some of those.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm sure she can keep up with those wings.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that's only like a minute thing. She doesn't have those all the time.
The Hotmans try their best to hide their judgmental expressions. I don't. They probably don't do a very good job. That's cool though that you can do that. Even for a little bit, little party trick. That's cool.
Yeah, somehow born with, I guess. It's whatever.
Mrs. Hopman sort of like pats your hand very lightly, like, "But we all have different strengths." They just like keep running.
Show you.
So if everyone feels properly introduced, any like last minute interjections before we sort of set the scene for the day?
Yeah, I think me and Ren would actually be good friends because he's a smoker, and I think instead of instead of Trip just like ashing out, he'd give him cigarettes all the time. So
Nice.
because as much as Trip is a disgusting human as well, not as bad as ripping halfies open and throwing it into a new piece of paper.
Hey man, free is free.
That's disgusting. Why? I don't.
I call her resourceful.
Just ask me for cigarettes.
When you've been on the
Just-
road this long, man, you kind of get used to some things. I mean, I'll take whatever you give me, but
Well, of course, but ugh, come on. You don't.
come on, no judgments. It's fine.
I get it. That's gross. That's gross.
Rin, Trip, I got you guys here. You looking to play cards later? Looking to lose some gold?
Oh yeah,
You remember what happened
all
last time? Come on, you remember what happened last time?
I mean, you got lucky. You're out of it. You're only on a heater. Okay, I got it this time.
If you call 2 in a row heaters, I'm doing pretty well for myself. Shakes a little bag of gold.
Who else you looking to invite?
I wanted to ask you guys. I mean, if you don't want to, I get it. It's totally cool. No offense. I was thinking about asking Sid if he wanted to play some later.
I mean, the
The
more
dude
the
that builds the
merrier.
stages.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, not sure if cool is the right word, but he's okay.
Have you seen him deadlift?
That's really impressive. But like, he just like, what's with the whole fitness thing, man? Like, he just no fun. Like, no fun.
Well, no, that's fine. That's fine. I just feel like he hasn't fully paid his dues yet. And he's doing it now, so I can't really bag on the kid. But
Oh,
Oh
oh no, we
you made him
lost
feel bad.
Ted.
he's
Made him
like,
feel bad. Fuck
he's
you
like,
guys.
fuck this.
I hate this game.
I hate this game. Fuck you guys. I mean,
Baby,
yeah,
come back.
you want to invite him though, like, just
Actually, now that I think about it, fuck that guy. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
He's not even here to defend himself.
If I'm being honest, I was going to ask him to join either way. Just figured I would check the room temperature before we showed up.
Yeah,
It'll be good.
bring the kid along. Bring the
yeah,
kid
definitely,
along.
definitely invite him though. I mean, because the more money in the pot, the more money I get. So
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's only his second year. Imagine how much money we could play off of him, and he'll
Right.
learn. And then maybe by next year he'll be pretty good.
You got anybody else in mind that you were thinking about bringing to this card night?
I mean, yeah. Have y'all met that Maeve? What's
If I met Maeve, oh wait, I'm married. I can't. All right. Yeah, I've seen her.
I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar.
If any of you have ever gotten injured here, you definitely would know Maeve.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Even if you just like had a minor cold or something, the hats probably would have sent you over to her to be like, just make sure it's nothing serious.
Yeah, Trip's a weirdo, so he'd probably hit on you every chance that he'd get, even though you clearly know that he's married.
Yeah.
And loaded with knives.
She just rolls her eyes all the time, just like, ugh.
All the time.
Welcome back, Chad.
Welcome back.
Hello. Oh, he doesn't want to talk to us. Okay, cool.
Oh god.
You don't want to
Probably
invite me to
upgrading
this
his
poker
headset.
game?
Okay, I fixed it.
Hey.
Hooray!
My headset died, so I usually have headphones, but then it wouldn't
Oh,
accept my
no.
headphones.
Oh no.
I got it. Got it.
All right. Well, I think it's settled. Yeah. I'll let Sid know. I'll invite Maeve, play some cards, exchange some gold, end your heater. And he points over at Trip.
You're damn
I-
right.
I
heater.
imagine this conversation is happening out in the front area of the big top because it's actually time for a meeting. So everyone's had to sort of stop what they're doing, find a good place to put things down, and head over to the main area. So maybe Sidbar walked up sort of towards the tail end of that. You can decide how much he did or didn't hear. Because it is time for the sort of cultural meeting, because the circus travels to so many different realms and dimensions and planes. It's important to maintain good customer service by just reviewing with all of the staff the general cultural context of the area and like any major faux pas that you would want to avoid when interacting with this clientele.
I really hope they don't extend the sexual harassment portion again because of Trip.
Because of someone.
I think he got the message. I mean, they made a lot of eye contact with him, but didn't call him out. It was pretty good, actually.
That was one time. Okay.
In
Okay, maybe
every
it was more
city
than one time.
in every city that we've ever been in.
So probably like 180 times. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't help it. It's his southern charm. You know what I mean?
This trench coat
Southern
just makes me
charm.
flash.
Yeah, it just makes me. Something about this trench coat just makes me want to get naked. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Okay. So here's my first sample for you guys of my shitty drawing.
Yeah.
So, so what you're looking at is like the main
big
road.
top.
Yeah, it's the big top. There's a bit of an open section in the top of this big top, and it's also like how I drew it is a little see-through. So that's kind of the setup inside, which I'll explain later.
Is
But you've
that
got
like gap in the top to like let in light?
is to let in light and smell.
Oh.
So there's the main big top that you're sort of kind of standing in front of from the perspective of this picture, as well as two sort of smaller big tops, smaller tops off to the sides. From this perspective, the right tent is the music and performance stage. In front of that is the seating area, and then behind that is the covered pavilion of like food areas. So food stretches all along the right front side of this setup, but part of it is under like a canvas cover and has seating as well.
Okay.
Nice.
And then to the left of the tent, close, kind of tucked up to that backmost tent there, and the big tent itself, that little cozy corner is where the rides are. There's never that many rides at a time, but they do change them out each season. So there's currently 3 rides set up, as well as a bunch of games in front of that, closer to the entrance. So currently, everyone will be having their meeting in front of this big open flap for the big top, and they'd sort of be standing in the road. It's kind of the most central place for everyone when things are mostly set up, like they are at this point.
What time of the day is it?
It's probably like 3 o'clock-ish. The circus is going to open up for the evening at about 5. So this is like the final big meeting before everyone does their last finishing touches to prepare for customers.
Mm-hmm.
and it's the best time to get everyone together all at once. So out walks the ringmaster. I will show you guys.
Ooh.
This is a familiar figure. They are you can think of them as sort of the first mate of the circus. They are not the owner, but they're the voice.
Yeah.
And they're the point of contact for everyone. They're the one who knows everyone, including any temporary hires that have been brought on for either this season or this particular venue, depending on the need. So the ringmaster comes out, and for anyone who has been here with the circus for longer than 5 years, you would, if you paid attention the first time, I suppose, you would sort of recognize the gist of the cultural context meaning for this area. This is a largely dwarven, like, planet. Sorry, this is going to be a little confusing, you guys. I do get confused between, like, realms and planes and planets and kingdoms and, like, the difference between Faerun and, like, I don't know. They're all pretty disconnected in my head. So we're working
You're good. You're good.
we're working on planets here, okay? And sometimes the
Okay,
planets
gotcha.
have multiple kingdoms and sometimes they don't.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
depends on how they're doing. And then those planets exist within sort of like the Spelljammer thing where there's like the different circles, which
Yeah,
that I don't understand
crystal
either,
cave,
but we're going to
different
pretend that I do.
you got it.
And
Cool.
we're
there
in
a
one of the crystal
flowchart?
spheres on one of the planets, okay? We're on a planet.
Got it.
And this
Heck
is
yeah.
a largely dwarven planet. It's home to some of their most ancient cultures, which have since spread. Because, like, space colonies, why not?
Yeah.
And so some consider this like their home planet, but some people rumor that there's an older planet and it was destroyed, and so this one's like the second or third planet, and it's just the oldest one that they know about. So there's some back and forth about that. But it is a land of ancient traditions, but not strong religion. Like, they're largely independent people, and they prefer to keep to their individual, like, community mountain ranges or villages, or however their particular community has adapted to the land. They try to live in peace with the earth, or the planet, I guess. So it's largely dwarves here. It's extremely mountainous, and the terrain is just very classic, wintry. So lots of snow, lots of alpine environment, like trees and tiny little shrubs, and there's of course the magical, like, elements where, like, these trees grow gigantic, and
Like
some of
big
the
redwoods.
yeah, but they just have like regular, like, evergreen trees.
Yeah.
But the scale of things are just huge. Like, even a man feels like a dwarf when they come to this planet. It's kind of like how you could think of it. So this is the fairgrounds of one of the most neutral towns, like big cities on the planet, where all the different cultures sort of just agree that this place is like the melting pot, and everyone just, like, Zootopia, where anyone can be anything. Like,
Yeah.
so we'll call it Dwarftopia. We're on the fairgrounds of Dwarftopia. So all this sounds familiar to anyone who's been here before. It is a very common all winter holiday location for the winter holiday spectaculars season.
What is the holiday called?
All winter.
All winter.
All winter.
I love this place. All winter is great.
Love me small winter.
I don't know, man. I like cold.
Oh, this place is cold. Is the best cold.
Yeah.
What do you mean
still
you don't
sucks.
like the cold? Look at you.
It sucks like all the rest of the cold does.
Maeve's just off to the side of you guys, like near the group, but not a part of the group, drinking hot cider. Just almost not even paying attention to this because she's been through so many of these meetings.
The fuck's with the
Mhm.
temperature of my smoker, man? Fucking hate this.
Yes, and they would insist that you have the smoker and your turkey leg set up near the front entrance, so it's further away from the big top and any of the sort of environmental protection it provides. But that's because they want the smell of the turkey legs and smoker to attract in people who are just passing by. So it doesn't make things easier for you, but
Never
perhaps
does.
you feel appreciated. Who knows?
Nah,
The fact
more
that you were one of the draws to the circus.
Right behind the ticket booth. I'm just saying.
work. I don't know, man. More work, same amount of pay. Sounds like a jip to me.
But the scenery. Look at this place.
Yeah, they got me all over here by myself. Fuck.
You get to
Fuck
see all the
myself.
happy faces coming in and smiling people leaving. That's like a pretty sweet deal. Just saying.
Oh, actually, they told me to help you out today.
Oh God.
Oh,
You
Maeve.
mean you mean Barth, right? I'm pretty sure that's what you meant.
No, I'm actually
Um,
over at the Tunes tent. I gotta help set up.
Yeah,
The,
no,
the,
they said
the,
to the turkey booth.
that's so weird. I've never had an assistant before, and I don't
Don't you
remember.
get it? They're putting you at the front. You're gonna be like a main attraction here. Of course, you're gonna need help.
I don't
Yeah,
know. We don't.
they said it was probably going to be a lot busier. You know, being right next to the ticket booth, people would just come in, get a turkey leg, continue on.
Yeah,
I mean-
maybe you can do the talking to people part, because that's not my strong suit.
Well, this is going to be interesting. It's not
For
my
So I
you,
went ahead and
suit
brought you
either.
guys over
I'm sure.
to a map of the circus. So hopefully this sort of illuminates what I tried to describe earlier.
Zoom out a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
So all the squiggly
Mary.
lines are like Christmas lights. That's the merry-go-round.
Yeah.
And that's the Ferris wheel.
That just says Mary Fairy.
It was
That's where
supposed to be
people are getting
merry,
married.
fairy, and scary. But then I was like, I might get confused. So I renamed it.
I
Would
think that's
Trip have
great.
his own tent, or would he be a main act on the main stage?
I think so. I guess that's something else that would be covered after the cultural context meeting. So everyone sort of murmurs amongst themselves. Little conversation is had. Ringmaster reels everyone back in and reminds everyone of the itinerary for tonight. So there are multiple shows throughout the evening. There is a special seasonal event happening on the main stage for the first hour and a half to 2 hours of the evening slot to sort of draw people in for the season and hopefully get them to buy tickets for the main show in the evening. So I'll actually just kind of write a tentative one in the chat here. So right now is prep for the evening. You have about an hour after the meetings are done.
Okay.
Start time. And then there's going to be a 25-minute pre-show to open the seasonal event, which is inside the main tent. And then the seasonal event is going to continue for up to 3 hours, depending on demand. And after the seasonal event, so during this time is when people use the games and ride the rides and buy food and watch small entertainment happening on the music stage. So this would be where any performers would have almost like a tight 10, like tight 15, where you've got your little condensed show that you have a lot more freedom with that. And you can change it up depending on how you're feeling. And it's just to entertain people while they're buying food and maybe get them to check out the merchandise booths while they're in this covered area. So this whole area over here is that covered canvas eating and stage area that I described earlier.
Okay.
That's a nice little setup.
And then after, so that 3 hours, most of the main like piecemeal, like just get some yummy food or play a couple games or ride some rides, all that stuff is happening out here in the main like fairgrounds. And then people can also tuck in here for a little protection from the cold. There's some little like fires and stuff going. These are like some standing tables, some seating tables. Here's like some more food that's like harder to carry around, unlike the turkey legs. We've got some hot drinks, some fun little like costumes and stuff, masks people can buy. Over here are all the games like I described earlier, and then the 3 rides. So people can entertain themselves with all of that for just a general admission ticket. And then they can come and observe the main stage event, like the seasonal event that's going on during all that. But if they want to participate in it, they're going to have to buy a ticket. And then after that gets all shut down, then there will be the normal evening show. Hopefully that made sense. I didn't really think about how to it made sense in my head. I never thought about having to describe it. So are there any questions?
No, that makes sense.
Isn't it funny
Makes
when like you've been thinking about something in your head for days and then you suddenly go to describe it out loud and you're like, oh god, is this making sense?
Everything.
So just for Ren and Maeve's context, well, I guess for everybody's context, where is our booth?
I think we're like,
Right. Like,
Yeah, so here's the
be, like,
ticket
right here.
counter.
uh-huh.
So you can imagine some more booths here. I didn't necessarily fill everything in because then
Right,
I
right,
thought
right.
it would be too overwhelming.
Right.
So you would be around here, and there's the ticket booths here, so people are kind of drawn in from change.
Okay.
I see. So everyone's coming in, yeah, like from that direction, like right to
Mhm.
left, and then they enter. So the
Yeah,
3 circles is kind of like the line, I guess, or
So just for flavor's sake, within the context of the fire martial laws of and equivalent in this this plain land area city event thing, whatever,
mhm.
because we have a dire turkey leg smoker, it is as close to the ticket booth as it can possibly be, and is about as big as the ticket booth is.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's
And then
about
we have just like a regular size smoker that's next to it.
yeah. So everyone who has to stay in line for tickets has to agonizingly drool over the smell of turkey legs drifting over them. And then they also pass the hot drink station. So there's hot broth, like bone broth. There's also
bone broth.
hot cocoa, mulled cider, spiced wine,
Nice.
and then lagers are offered in here. No one wants to walk around with a cold drink.
So the beer's hot then.
I
Hell
guess you can
yeah.
do it if you want.
Gross.
Room temp.
I feel like there's something I forgot to explain. Probably, right? Well,
We'll figure it out as we go.
The cast area
here's
and
the
animal
medical tent.
area. Oh, that's the medical bay.
Yes.
Okay.
The animal area and cast area are private, so like clientele
Yeah.
should not be back there. And
Yeah,
that's
that's what I
what I was gonna say. The orientation of this to the city. This is on sort of like a big flat, sort of plateau to the east of the city. So the city's to your west, and then you can either sort of go up the winding mountain path and sort of fork left into the city, or you can fork right into the fairgrounds. And so when it's not fair season, people who are trying to enter the city can camp there.
Oh, okay.
But currently it's occupied by the circus. And then it's sort of like a plateau, like cliff. So you have a stretching view out behind the circus of the deep valleys and peaks of the mountains of the area. Though it almost looks flat with how tall and gigantic the trees are.
Mm.
So there's occasionally like big old gusts of wind sort of billowing through the valley and then like slamming up the mountain and against city walls, and the circus is just kind of eating that. That's how it shakes out.
Gross.
It's just topology or topography.
Whoever told you guys?
I guess I'll go ahead and describe the seasonal event, since you guys would be aware of it and the finishing touches are getting wrapped up now. Let me see if I uploaded a picture. Oh, I forgot to add that one. Let me grab it because it's kind of important.
No.
Go grab it.
Okay. Push there.
Push your goddamn button.
Push down. You put.
You got this.
I don't know why I just thought about it, but does the medical bay have like a bell or something in case I'm not there?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, that's a pretty long way away from your normal post, friend. Maybe you should go check on it or something.
If doctor not present, please climb in body bag. Thank
Please help yourself.
There's an explanation for how to do gentle repose, just in case.
you. There's some paper towel in the bathroom.
Just a healing potion. You left a single healing potion
Yes.
behind.
Take one.
The bottle's empty. There's like a little sip of a healing potion left.
There's a greater healing potion in a case. Break glass in case of emergency.
So going back to the picture I showed earlier of the sort of X-ray view of the big tent,
Mhm.
the seasonal event that's getting the final sorry, I was just like, maybe I should have told this differently. It's fine. You all would know, especially the stagehands. So Barth in particular, Sidbar, you guys would be aware that there's a lot of assembly required for the seasonal event this year, which is the magical winter garden experience. Set up above the main stage, levitating, is a gigantic snow globe. It's the size of nearly the entire center portion of the seating arena. So if you look on that main stage, like circus map, you'd see there's a lot of seating. It's a very large snow globe, and
So it like covers the entire stage.
Dang,
Yes.
that's pretty.
Let me show you guys my drawing of it.
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh, I love it.
Hey.
So it's absolutely gigantic, and contained inside is a castle made of ice. Stretching out in front of it is a huge, lush garden of wintry, icy flowers and a small, tastefully landscaped some trees on either side.
Is the
So
castle
you can wander.
actually ice, or is it just made to look like ice?
It is ice. It is made of ice. So the temperature inside the snow globe is regulated, and that funnel above the top, with the scaffolding built around it, is erected up near that open part of the big top I showed you guys earlier. And there's a lot of elaborate planning that's gone into this. There's inscriptions engraved all around the outer ring of the snow globe, and magically connected to either side in balance with one another are two gigantic enchanted stones. The stagehands wouldn't know too much about how any of that works. They've just been asked to, hold this here and put that there and drag this over here and build that right there. That's sort of hat business. They're the ones who direct the mages to make sure all that stuff works and procure the items that they need. But customers can pay to enter the snow globe through the top, where an air genasi is directing snow into the snow globe to keep that refreshing, and also assisting people in entering the snow globe through the vortex on the top. For our brave patrons, they can choose to jump from the platform into the vortex and fall down into the garden, where to their amazement and delight, they will discover that the inside of this snow globe, not only is the temperature controlled and the environment controlled, but even the actual mass of things, your own gravity, is controlled within this snow globe, and you very gently feather fall float to the bottom with all of these now magnified snowflakes because you shrink to fit inside the snow globe. So even though it is gigantic, if you were to take a closer look, you would see there are people inside, and they're about the size of maybe like half your finger.
Whoa.
Dang, that's cool.
Dang.
So there's a cute little kids play area and some tables set up for anyone who buys a ticket for the Winter Garden experience receives 2 complimentary hot drinks while inside the snow globes. The castle is also like a maze. So you can explore the castle, and then there's like a mirror maze kind of portion to it. So the finishing touches of that are being wrapped up inside, as everyone is dismissed for their final preparations for this evening's festivities.
I just realized. So there, you can like come into the tent and like look at this, but you have to actually like buy a ticket to have the experience, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So everyone else sitting around is just, if only I weren't poor.
This isn't a charity, okay? This is a business.
That's so cool, though.
Daddy, I
Um,
want to go in there. I'm sorry, son. Yeah.
you can only look, you cannot do.
And that's how
Let's
evil
go.
CEOs are created.
Let's go watch that knife juggling guy again, honey. Come on. That was free.
So where would everyone be spending their last hour preparation for the evening?
At the smokers. Gotta be getting shit done.
I think Trip would honestly have his own like game booth like that he would run before he did like any big spectacle of like throwing his knives.
Nice, I
So
like it.
yeah, so I think he'd help kids with games and he is a gambling man, so he would probably bet parents on the side like, hey, bet you can't hit this bullseye.
Bet your kid can't.
I bet your kid can't hit this.
I guess Maeve would be at the booth, the turkey booth,
Oh, you mean the
cutting
meat
up
bay?
like butcher's paper so then she can wrap the legs, and she's just like at the front of the stand cutting the paper, just like turkey leg. No, that
How long?
turkey legs.
How,
Uh,
how long did you say you've been here?
I mean, I've been on and off like 15 years.
Why have I never seen you?
I mean, I'm usually kind of doing my own thing, really.
I mean, yeah, me too. But like, I've been here for like the same amount of time. It's crazy that I've never just like ever
Really?
seen you before. Yeah.
Huh. I mean, I guess I don't really talk to people that much.
I mean, yeah, I really don't either. But still, like 15 years, huh? That's wild.
I mean, like, I guess you kind of, maybe I saw someone like you. I don't know, but they were picking up like cigarette butts. I don't.
Yeah. That was definitely me. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, speaking of which, do you want to just make sure that the temperatures of this is or don't like fluctuate or anything? It's just supposed to stay even right here. You see right here this dial?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so just look at that and just make sure that it doesn't move. I'll be
What
right
what do
back.
I do if it moves? Just yell for you?
Yeah. I'll probably be within earshot, but
Okay.
it's just about that time. I mean, gotta go clean up the fairgrounds. So that's my
Gross.
contribution.
People
Uh,
should really throw those in the trash.
Yeah, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers, so.
As you walk off, get your turkey lit. No, that's not right.
I mean, it's really not hard. People just come up to the booth, so he's like muttering to himself.
Barth, he's probably spending the first 30 minutes helping at the tune's tent, the music stage, helping finish some of those last stage pieces. And then after that, after they're all almost done, he'll probably like skedaddle. Maybe stop by, say hi to Ren, as he sees him like picking cigarette butts up. That's fun. Yeah, it's your ritual. And then he'll probably skedoodle off and start like prepping his like game stand with the last 15 minutes, like just rushing to get it done. But he's like pretty quick, pretty efficient with getting his game set up.
And what sort of game do you run?
His is basically like it's kind of like one of those catch the ducky games where it's like a big I was like bathtub full of these like lightly animated, like magically looking like fish. And they sort of go up and down and they're like bobbing around underneath the water. And there's like these little like gimmicky fishing poles. They try to like catch one of the fish. And he has all these like really silly prizes, like stuffed fishes. And then there's like commemorative things for the actual circus itself.
Love it. What is Sidbar up to?
Sidbar would probably go get some bone broth and then add like 6 raw eggs. Just give it some protein.
Ew.
Hell
And
yeah.
then, while he's sipping that, he's got a dumbbell in the other hand, just working on a pump. And he's going to go check like some of the stage pieces and sets and make sure it's all up to par before he ends up on the side stage, setting up for his small debut of entertaining people while they buy shit. Normally, he's always been on the stage with somebody else, and today he gets a full 10 minutes all to himself.
Oh my god.
That's a long time to like
It
keep
is.
people's yeah.
So that's why he's trying to get a pump. He's packing some protein.
So did you like have a routine, like an act that you put together? Like, are you gonna tell some jokes or something? I mean, or are you just gonna show people your abs?
A little bit of all the above, Ren. I'm sorry. Are you pulling tobacco out of those cigarette butts?
Yeah, and then I put him in this pouch here.
Okay.
As he like
Yeah,
opens
that
his
is sick.
tobacco pouch that has
Good for
like
the
cigarette
plan. Are you smoking in it?
Yeah. It's like
Oh,
recycling,
okay.
right? Like
No,
you're
that's super
being
bad.
responsible.
Yeah, man. I got some scrolls written by some healers. It's great literature, you know. Drawbacks of smoking. You can limit your reps by 10 to 20%. Take 30% off your miles, you know. So just something to think
Alright.
about.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep that in
You
mind.
know,
I'm not.
I know you don't
not really
deskin your
doing
turkey
any.
legs, so I'm just
Yeah,
looking out for you, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't sell as well. So.
And every time he talks with his hands and his arms, but he flexes while he does it. So like when one arm goes up, like, yo, dude, he's like bicep flexing and his back looks all ripply. And then
You are literally the character from 51st Dates, the brother.
That's Samwise Gamgee you're talking about.
Hell yeah, it is.
Over by
Oh my
the
God, I
standing
forgot he was-
tables over here, a couple of the younger adults of the circus crowd are eyeing you appreciatively, giggling to themselves.
Sidbar the Strong
Hmm.
admirers. Although he's totally oblivious. He's setting up. He's getting ready.
Say, Trip would set up early to go walk over to the turkey stand and try and steal a turkey leg and eat it before the show. And if all else fails, he knows he can get it just by getting cigarettes to Ren. So
I guess you'd come by and it'd be me standing at the smoker. Get your turkey, like, no.
what are you doing here?
No. I was told to watch the dial, make sure it's not moving.
Part of the turkey booth now, darling?
For today.
Oh, nice, nice. And he kind of like scoots in. And so are you I've never seen you perform. Have you ever thought about performing?
Gods no. That I barely want to talk to people to sell them a turkey leg, but I'll do that.
Yeah, you seem a little plain hard to get.
Trust me, there's nothing for you to get.
As he's talking to you, he's gonna try and steal a turkey leg.
I don't know if there's any ready yet. I think they're all still in the smoker.
They still all in the smoker?
I mean, it's close to opening. I would think some are ready.
Yeah,
Let's get a.
there should be one batch in the smoker that should be close to ready. In the small smoker, the dire turkey leg is still gonna take a while. That's like a big
Let's
ticket
do
item. People don't.
a sleight of hand versus perception.
I guess mine would be at disadvantage because she would intentionally try to give you as little contact as possible.
Facts.
And also, she was told to make sure this dial doesn't move.
Just
Oh, no.
staring at the dial.
Yeah. I
Hold
looked at
on,
you.
let me-
I looked at you when someone was like, "Oh, someone's here talking to me." Oh, it's you. Okay, let you know why I'm here. Look back at the dial.
Maeve, much too busy with her work, did not notice Trip swipe a turkey leg for himself.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll with that. It's 23, 24.
That's a reminder for everyone to turn off their
Oh yes.
advantage thing.
Good
Yeah,
point.
I just did it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm too curious. I have a good perception.
How
Ooh,
do I do that?
If you were paying attention, you would have noticed.
yeah,
You
I
were much
would've.
too focused. That's why you're a good nurse, bad security officer. But that's not what you're here for.
That's not my job.
Well, it sounds like everyone's finished their preparations. It would be at about that time that the ringmaster would confidently stroll down the main lane. Anyone who would have been paying attention, especially our trio near the ticket booth right now, you would see the line building up out here of people trickling out of the city or even up the road from travel to make their way patiently into the ticket line. I actually imagine that tickets have been available as soon as the circus arrived. So there probably has been someone manning the ticket station and handing out tickets to people, but there's a crowd of folks getting ready to have their tickets checked so that they can walk in,
Yeah,
and a
there's
crowd of
few
folks
different
lined
lines.
up to buy tickets for just arriving suckers.
Nerds.
The ringmaster. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, I think to draw the crowd in even more, you'd walk up to the front where the gate is and just start juggling and doing knife tricks.
I love it. I'm sure anyone who's finished their preparations and likes to keep their hands busy would be up entertaining people near the front, building up excitement. I love that. There's a gaggle of folks, some excitement building here as the ringmaster confidently strolls out of the main tent and makes his way down Circus Lane. He is casting all kinds of amazing light spells into the air, just creating a huge fuss. He's got a shining emerald sort of bolo tie type thing hanging from his neck, which you all know helps him amplify his voice as he calls out to the crowd, welcoming them all to the all winter festivities. He's playing it almost kind of like an MC, like, can I hear you scream? And they're like, yeah! Are you ready to celebrate? They're like, yeah!
I love all
So much
winter. It's my
excitement.
favorite.
Yeah, it's time for all winter. It's finally here. The circus has come to town. All winter has begun. And the metaphorical ribbon has been cut. Gates are open and people begin to flood the fairgrounds. Many experienced circus goers, patrons of the arts, are rushing towards the main stage to get a good spot in preparation for the opening ceremony, like performance, which will start in about 30 minutes. Give people a chance to fill up the stage and line up with their ticket if they have the Magical Garden experience. Are we needing a break at all? I didn't really pay attention to when we started.
No?
It's been a little over an hour. I had to restart my music.
Cool. Sounds like we're good then.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep going.
Excellent. So that first half hour passes really normally. You know, it's the usual blur of people rushing in and trying to look at everything and bickering with their friends over where they should start first and which thing they should rush to. So to draw people in, the rides actually are free. And that's why they change out every season to get people coming back. So those lines are building up, people trying to get a ride or two in, those experienced folks who know best, trying to get a ride in before the opening ceremony, since all the seating is good, right? A few others excitedly waiting in line to try to be the first, one of the first few into the Winter Garden experience. Lines are probably swamped, especially for the drinks, turkeys. Let's check in with how everyone handles this first buzz of people. Do we feel immediately swamped or do we feel energized? Let's see how, I think first hit is the turkey booth, right? Like, let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see how many
front
people
line.
are interested. um,
should, should I roll a performance to try and draw them in, or do the turkey legs do it themselves?
it looks like the turkey legs are doing a decent job. Like, immediately off the bat, we've got 46 people interested, talking about, a few of them popping into line. Let's see how you guys perform with the crowd. Let's do. Ugh, everything looks so weird as a DM. How about you pick a skill and tell me how it applies? We'll do a skill check. With Ren, that's going to be advantage. With Maeve, it'll be a flat check.
I'm going perception for Ren because he's just making sure that the food's turning out good. That's his portion of the job. She's got the other stuff. So
This makes sense. Maeve's handling the crowd.
15, not bad.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
A little more than usual, but
You're still warming up.
Over. I guess that's why they sent her over. Fine.
Maeve is going to use insight and attempt to try and like read people as they come up, because she is a good read of people, even though she doesn't like talking to people much.
You just gotta mirror the personalities or something. I don't know, Maeve. Like you'll get it. Just you'll do fine.
He said flat check.
Yeah. Excellent. You can practically, with the first shape of their lips forming the words, you can already tell what they're going to say. And you were just on it, ready to sling the orders over to Ren. Hand things back and forth.
See, kid, you're a natural.
Still don't like it.
I mean, you'll get used to it. I don't really like it either. I mean, I like this part, not the part that you're doing. But you're doing great.
When's break?
Let's see how Trip and Barth are doing. Let's see how many people you manage to lure into games from this excited crowd who probably all have a lot of, maybe some lost souls, maybe some very determined ones. Let's see who you manage to catch. I'll let you guys pick a skill as well. And let me know if you think you should have advantage.
I think Barth. He'll be like standing up on like his booth counter, and he's like almost trying to look through the crowd, trying to make eye contact, and like be aware of like any like kids with parents that look interested in the games whatsoever. And as soon as he like finds them out, he'll do like the Carney call out. You young lady look like quite the maiden of the sea. Come try your hand. And he like shows his booth off. I'll just go with like a perception check. Just trying to like call out specific people to be like, hey, come play. You there. I don't know, advantage? I'll give myself advantage. This is his shtick. 11 years on the job. 21.
Love it. You've been here before. You know the people. You've heard those silly context meetings 500 billion and a half times by now, it seems. You pick them out right away. The people who can't keep up with the crowd, who just already are ready to stop for a place and keep their kid from crying for 2 moments so they can think about how they want this evening to go. Let's see at a D20 for like how many people you manage to get to play.
D20. Natural
All of them.
20.
Every single one you call out, they're like,
Wow.
"Thank God." You know what? Let's do it.
Holy fuck.
You
Timmy wants to play with the ducks. Okay, Timmy. How much?
you
5
you
silver.
find one
Okay.
of those large groups of a family all wearing matching shirts at Disneyland.
And my booth is just swarmed by them.
I love it. It's amazing.
Should have been a swarm keeper rogue, huh? Or rogue ranger.
All these wee beasties you've managed to catch.
That's great.
Trip, how many people do you get to play with knives, and how do you try it?
I think he would be standing. Step right up. See if you can hit the bullseye, but if you're feeling dangerous, see if you can beat me. And he'd just flip his knives in the air. And then, ever so often, just to show off, to get a crowd, he'd throw his knives into the wood and then step on them and then backflip off of them.
Ooh, I love it. Very Legolas.
Is he getting distracted by
Yeah.
any ladies?
All the time. All the time.
Yeah, let's see a wisdom saving
That's
throw.
my
How
secret
distracted
stuff.
are you today by this crowd?
Very.
Oh,
Very. You've got to type, it seems.
I do. Yeah. Women?
Well, let's go ahead and see that skill check for how many people you draw in with disadvantage.
You said disadvantage?
Yes, sir. You're a little distracted today, and I heard someone can't mind their tongue.
You're really into dwarfs.
What bombs are you pulling today, Trip?
See. Should I just do performance or what should
You can pick whichever you'd like, however you spin it.
probably do sleight of
Persuasion.
hand. I do sleight of hand, honestly. Just nothing but tricks and hiding knives and
Trying to draw
just
attention, I
showing
see.
off. Of course.
Ironically, I love it. Let's see our flashy sleight of hand.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Nice.
Hey.
Not bad. You're not getting everyone. Some people are a little off put by your very forward style of talking to the ladies anytime they look at you.
Right, a little kid would probably walk up and be like, "You want to try this, kid?" And then all of a sudden, some lady would walk up. Move along.
Yeah,
So-
pushes the kid by the face.
Get out of here, kid. Let's see how many women respond to that approach. Let's have a D20 disadvantage.
I saw you stiff arm that boy, and I was just wondering if you were first.
It's a real turn on for me.
Second one.
I mean, there's a reason you like dwarven ladies. It's because the dwarven ladies like you too.
What's your name?
They don't mind
darling?
your gruff approach to
Agatha?
the children.
Perfect.
You know, they should mind their manners and let the adults talk. These are knives, children. Go play with the ducks.
Have a knife.
Step right up. Come on over. We got lots of
It's really
guppies
helping
and
Bart's
fishies.
business
Yeah.
for sure.
Shut up, Jimmy. The nice man's talking to Mama.
So yeah, things are actually going quite well for you. Didn't work out that well in the last city, but hey, there seem to be no complaints here.
Perfect.
Let's check in with Sidbar over at the music stage. Hopefully funneling some people over to the nice, cozy food nook, entertainment nook. Maybe catch a pre-show crowd. How does Sidbar approach this?
Is he just like on the stage, like ready to go?
That's up to you.
Can I hop on the stage? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
your time.
It's my
You
time.
got it, buddy.
You know, he oils up and then runs a little through his hair, got a little extra shine. Then he puts out a little chalk powder, and he always keeps his tool belt on. No one seems to hate it.
Makes it look cooler.
Makes it look welcome. And then he gives the same speech as if he's introducing himself to you guys, but he does it to the whole crowd.
Mhm.
Hey guys, Sidbar Cedarmoss here. They call me Sidbar the Strong. Fitness is my passion. I'm a carpenter by trade, so I built some of the sets you're going to see here today. That's my blink dog Ellie from the last circus I worked at. It's pretty old, but she just like hangs out, you know? So
Wait, do you bring her up on stage?
she's just always laying off to the side. Like she just doesn't do anything. Doesn't
Part
really
of the
even think anymore.
ambiance.
Yeah. So, anyway. It's my second year back, so I'm just super happy to be here. Just remember, every workout is progress. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. So let's get to it. All right. And then he just,
Is this a motivational speech or a performance?
it's whatever you need, man. It's got words on shirts back there. All your favorite performers. So anyway, and he'll like call up some volunteers to try and move some of the heavy stuff.
Oh, I like that.
But he'll
Man,
still be,
that's a heavy rock right there.
yeah, man.
That's a
But
big
hey,
rock.
Also, one day you could move that rock too if you just, visualize, be determined, and execute. No days off. You could be like me.
There ain't no way you're moving that rock. There ain't no way.
Man. Listen,
I bet
Let's
you he
see.
can't move that rock.
mind is everything. Okay, I'm gonna move this rock because I can see myself moving this rock. So anyway, here, just I make these protein jerkies if you want one. Here you go. And he
Let's
just
see
hands
you move the rock.
All right. Everybody just kind of back up, Don't be too surprised. Also, I auction off this towel for charity when I'm done. Wipes his face with it. All right.
Covered in oil.
Covered in oil. And he uses his rage. So he just gets like veinier and musclier and just really jacked. But
Oh, absolutely.
his rage is just talk up. The only time you quit is when you choose to. All right. We do one more than we did the day yesterday. Okay? We visualize. We determine. I execute. All right. And he's just kind of whispering to himself, like really hyping himself up.
Let's do it.
All right.
Do it.
And then he kind of whisks his hair back out of his face. He looks over to the crowd. This one's for you. And then he like throws the boulder around. And he just does some one arm kind of push-ups with it.
I love it. Let's see a skill check with advantage. Sounds like. Actually, let's roll.
Like
Let's roll
strength.
Athletics.
Yeah, we'll just do athletics with advantage.
Let's go.
You make it look appropriately difficult. Everyone is super impressed. They're like, I couldn't even get that boulder to budge half an inch, and he's picking it up. You try to throw it, it doesn't go quite as far as you wanted, but no one else knew what you were shooting for.
Yeah.
And you just have a new workout goal,
Boulder toss.
Let's see how many people stick around for your performance for the pre-show. Let's do 2d20s.
I'm curious, did he break anything when throwing the boulder?
You got about half the crowd to stay, which is pretty impressive because a ton of them are super excited to check out that winter garden experience. It's a whole new thing for this season.
Stupid fucking winter garden.
Hey, after your first
Colors come out. Fuck this job. Fuck this place.
not bad for your big debut, man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. It's just one of those things. If you dream it, you can achieve it. So, you ever just want to like hit the rock later and just get some reps in? Just let me know, man.
Yeah, man.
Let me know.
I might take you up on that offer.
Yeah, man. Here, do you want some bone broth and egg, or like?
Oh,
Super good for it.
is the bone broth hot? Does that like cook the egg?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I let it cool. Yeah, I
Ew.
You go see the egg yolk just like floating.
yeah, you don't want to
Every
chew that
time
many
you
eggs.
go to get your concoction, they offer to make you egg drop soup, and you wave them away. They've given up at this point. They just sigh.
So all right, well, thanks, man. We appreciate it. I gotta,
Yeah,
just
no,
gotta go,
anytime.
fill in, maybe hit up the games, kind of flex, be a presence, fix some shit. You get it. You get it.
Yeah,
And he's
man,
he's curling. He's curling something. Doing some flies. Some shoulder raises. Yeah, man. Anytime. Yeah. So I worked out this morning. I got 2 more left. So you hop in anytime, bro.
2 more? Jeez.
maybe I'll try to catch you tonight after the show.
Yeah, man. I mean, I might have some going on, but no. I'm
Well, I
always
yeah, I
here.
mean, you gotta go back to work, though, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
catch
that
you
makes sense. He's like still on stage, and people are like,
later.
just back soon. All right, sick, man. Ellie, let's go. She picks up a dumbbell. And they just,
Your old blink talk.
After that lovely conversation, you awkwardly finish the rest of your performance for the crowd that's remaining.
yeah, that's right.
Oh, right. I'm performing.
You were still just like curling the dumbbell the whole time. Everyone's still impressed. Like you've got fans. You're an attractive guy with a tool belt.
Mhm.
You have your audience.
Anyway, you
Bunch
got
of-
t-shirts with me on there. Any of the other performance, we got merch. Enjoy the festival. I'll be around. You guys want to pet the dog? Don't. She doesn't like it.
all the
So yeah.
She's not friendly.
all the teenage gnomes and old lady gnomes are hanging around.
Yeah, 6 people stay behind to get their shirts signed by you.
Hey.
Sick, man. All right. Sick. Personalize it. I mean, do you want me to wipe my sweat on it, or?
They're all like
Oh my
middle-aged guys.
Yeah, it's sick. It's shoulder only. It's kind of policy. We had a huge meeting on it. So just watch out for Red.
Okay, okay.
Don't need another meeting.
She like rushes off to her friends. They all scream.
Oh my god, Becky, do you think we could sell this on Febe?
Baby.
Yeah, if he's needed for any other performance, he'll kind of like check in here or there. But otherwise, he'll just kind of like work the crowd and like just lift shit, pick people up.
Excellent. So at the end of this time, you hear the announcements, the music start up in preparation for the opening performance ceremony. Does anyone try to make it over to see the performance?
I would, if there's nothing that's calling me, he would kind of like casually wander over there, like, oh, I guess I'm here.
As a performer, I think you definitely have the time. For people running booths, they would either have to close it down for a moment or find someone to cover them.
Well, I mean, Maeve, if you want to go over and check out the performance or whatever, I guess you can do that. I can keep a hold down here.
I
I imagine
think
things have like slightly slowed down since most everyone is kind of like trickled in at this point.
You've gone from like a heavy like dam burst of customers to just like a more regular trickle.
Yeah.
There's
Very
definitely like
easily
always a
manageable
line
by
though.
one person.
Yeah, it's like there's always 2 people at least, 3 people.
Guess it wouldn't hurt to check it out, make sure nothing happens.
I mean, you said you wanted to break anyway, right? To consider this your break.
True. She just kind of finger guns and walks off.
Weird one.
Can I argue to be a part of like the main
Yeah.
event? Like the main, like have a small spot in the main event?
Yeah, we'll save you for last then. So we'll say that shortly before the show started, you went ahead and shut down your booth. Promise people you'll be back in, 30 minutes, whatever.
Wait a second.
Where
I
is
didn't
this
know
happening? Main stage?
Main
Yeah.
stage. Big top.
Didn't know that Trip was going to be a part of the main event.
Just be like
Too
behind
late,
the
I already left.
You could try to catch, there's a lot of staffing here. You could try to catch someone, convince them to run the booth for a moment.
Yeah, but
That's basically how bathroom breaks work.
Yeah, I would probably do that. See if I can. There's probably someone that I could talk to.
For Trip, I don't think anyone else can run your booth.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, all they have to do, there's knives set out, and then they just throw it at the bullseye.
Yeah, they just have like a security guy watch it.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's fair.
don't
I like
think
to,
so.
like to think the booth's name is like Trip Steele's Dagger Toss.
Straight up. Trip steals dagger toss. That sounds about right.
They kind of like the circus, these booths and stuff, they almost, like some of them, run kind of like Ren Fair rules. So it's extremely personalized, like how you choose to run your thing. It just has to be approved. So if that's what you came up with, they're fine with that.
Hell yeah. Trip steals dagger toss. Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. Is Barth having too much fun with the crowd he's bolstered?
This is probably Barth's favorite time. Is the people that choose not to go to the main show and choose to play the games are his favorite, and he likes to be like one-on-one with like a family or like a particular player. So he gets to schmooze them up. He'll give them like some free catches, like if they miss a couple of times in a row. So this is his favorite. He's loving this. He's probably talking up like a dwarven family that has like opted to stay behind. Yeah, oh man, this is gonna be great. You know what, Dad? Didn't catch your name. Here, why don't you grab a pole? Grab a pole. Just get in. Yeah. This one's on me. It's on me.
Oh, thank you. Oh, we come to this game every year. I've been playing this game since I could talk.
By the way, you grabbed it at the ready. I could tell, sir. It shows.
Oh, I remember you from last season. Such a kind fellow.
Shame on me for not remembering you, but I will next year. Come on, get in there. And he like shows him the big
Oh,
like tub. There's probably like floating glaciers and stuff, and like it makes it look like kind of like a big iceberg with like the giant floating pond, and there's like ducks on the surface, but there's like fish and other things like they'll jump up out of the water, very like animated. It's all like moving around wildly.
the man's eyes light up. You can literally see his inner child like coming out. He's like, I feel like a kid again. Woohoo! It's like, oh, what? He loves this game. And people love watching him play it. So you even got a little crowd of people. Everyone's talking, enjoying the holidays. Like, what a lovely sense of togetherness. Oh, let's have a perception roll from Barth, actually.
Perception roll. 24.
Beautiful. You notice that a ton of these people, like even outside of the large family you're entertaining and everyone's enjoying, because people do know each other in this city and this group kind of traveled here together. So you've caught like quite a crowd of people here. And you notice that quite a few of them are bearing in some way or another, whether through a hairpin or a necklace or a brooch. A ton of people are wearing a little, usually silver token of a star. So let's show you guys that. It's rather small and just kind of like meager, but you do notice it is exactly the same shape in varying sizes, and a lot of people are wearing it. You've been here before. Let's have a history check.
History check. Ooh, I am not so smart. A
Big
5.
money. Ooh.
You swear you've never seen this thing in your life. Ooh. Suddenly everyone's wearing it. Maybe it's a
Yeah,
family
suddenly it's
thing.
everywhere.
Everyone enjoys your booth and chooses not to go check out the main stage pre-show
And
opening ceremony. Keep changing the
Arthur's
name of it.
he's just soaking it up. He's loving it. This is
Uh,
his opening show.
The music is playing for him and them, no one else.
On the way to the main stage, Maeve would just stop by the med bay just to make sure either one, nobody is there waiting to be helped, or two, that anyone stole anything.
Bunch of people with knife wounds.
Who left all these stab victims here? Let's have either a perception or investigation from Maeve. Checking out her booth real quick.
Perception.
Nice.
Hey, matching 24s.
24. Let's go.
Lovely. Poke your head in, you look around. Absolutely nothing looks disturbed. Like even that little flap of the carpet that you tripped over on your way out is exactly how you left it.
Cool. Gonna leave that little flap as is. Alright. Kind of walk off into the main stage area. I guess maybe. No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't want to like sit down, but she'll like get up at like the top of the seating area.
hmm Within the seating areas, there are a few like that are employee only. So basically, the stage is raised up on like wooden stands, and beneath them are sort of service areas, like service paths. So patrons should not be wandering in there,
Cool.
but
Cool.
employees can use them to get between tents. And also performers can use it to do audience appearances and stuff like that. So there are employee only areas you can stand. You don't have to worry about being mixed up with patrons.
Sick. Love it. That's where she'll hang out. And wait for the performance to begin.
Has everyone said their piece? Does everyone feel like they're where they would be during the opening show?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not getting anybody to cover the booth because I don't trust anybody else. So.
I think Sidbarge is backstage hoping to be called that.
Your smoker is a temperamental beast.
Ren diligently running his booth, Barth enjoying connecting with the community and bonding with folks of simpler pleasures. Trip makes his way backstage under the seating and gets himself ready for the pre-show performance.
This is where Trip is very serious about his job. Like the booths and stuff, he flirts and does his thing. But when it comes to this and performing in front of a bunch of people, that's when he takes it very serious.
And that makes sense because there is serious magic going on. The circus has yet to try something of this much concentrated magic on this scale while involving audience members. So it is very serious business. You all trained for months and months to be ready to handle the activity going down tonight. So the ceremony would open with the globe occupying the main stage with scaffolding drifting down from the ceiling. This is very like Cirque du Soleil. The dome is covered by like a giant silk sheet for now, to create some buzz. But the performers would see the Air Genasi at the ready on the top of the tent. She's sort of the trigger spellcaster to begin activating the magic globe. And it's through her magic that like all this really starts off. This is another one of those things where like I know it so clearly I don't even know how to explain it. So bear with me. But the ringmaster would come out and the performance would start. He would flash his like signature lights in the holiday colors, and the music is swelling and playing, and acrobats are leaping out from the audience and down from seemingly the shadows of the tent top itself. And the flying hopmans are doing their thing, seriously smiling. Animals are being paraded around the limited space on the outside of the globe, and clowns are running up and down the aisles. Fucking hate clowns, but they should be there. This is a circus. All the hubbub is happening, and how would Trip contribute to this performance?
I think he would have his like a personal volunteer, someone that's actually in the circus, and he would have a board, and he would throw knives kind of like in between the limbs and almost make like an outline, and while doing knife tricks, and he would kind of play to the crowd of like kind of like that gambler aspect too. Like, how many of y'all think that I can get as close as possible to this beautiful woman's face without damaging her beautiful skin or complexion? And then he would ask the crowd and see if the crowd was into it. And
Oh God.
Excellent. Let's have a performance with advantage. This is well rehearsed. You've done this many times.
And then he cut her.
oh
in the
my
face.
god!
There's
Oh
blood
my
everywhere.
god!
Ooh.
She's dead.
Ooh.
She's fucking dead.
Oh my god, you killed
Well,
her!
You managed to thrill the audience, but it is at the expense of your relationship with this performer because you chopped off her long, beautiful hair by getting too damn close to her face. And
Let's pick up the other
she's
way, like,
very
a
upset
while.
with you.
Oh.
Oh no.
So for the audience,
She's got a
everything is
lopsided
fine.
bob now.
There was some shocked gasps echoing through your area of the seating, but you are accomplishing your overall goal of entertaining everyone as they settle in for the revelation of the globe. This time needs to be occupied with all of y'all's performances because the other stagehands are helping get the participants of the experience prepped and ready for entering the globe, and just sort of getting them accustomed to the rules and telling them how the first like 20 people, those lucky folk, get to be a part of this end pre-show finale, because they're all going to jump into the globe, in theory. We'll see how that works out. But they're all climbing up the stairs and making their way up the scaffolding of the big tent to eventually get up to the temporary scaffolding built over the snow globe. Everyone who is too scared to jump into the globe do have a slide that they can use to slide down into the globe. So even children can participate, though not too young. Probably have to be like above 10 or something. Maybe there's like a height thing, you know? No, that wouldn't work with. No. Let's say age. We'll go with age.
That's funny because you shrink down. So
Yeah, you do shrink down. But There's dangerous things. There's things you can climb inside the globe. Listen, we're gonna try and catch a lawsuit.
Thought it was ironic.
Yeah, so the first 20 or so people are getting briefed behind stage as Trip finishes his performance to the audience delight and his partner's dismay. She's not going to talk to you for a while.
I'm sorry, Lorraine. I didn't mean to.
Don't talk to me. I'm out of here. She just like storms off early.
Let's
Everyone
talk.
thinks
Let's
it's part of
talk.
the
Oh, it's
performance.
okay.
As the ring top appears in the top scaffolding, calling everyone's attention, and with a grand gesture and a flurry of lights, the silk sheet is lifted off and whisked away out of the top of the tent to reveal the winter garden. And the air genasi up top begins channeling the snow down through the openings up top and having them contact the globe below, sprinkling on top almost like powdered sugar, like a dusting of it. They turn into these shimmering, slowly growing embers, like ripples of light on a pond from like really deep below. You know what I mean? Like those first glimpses of gold light reflecting, and they shimmer across and stream over the glass as an occasional snowflake symbol delicately etches upon the surface of the glass on the outside, almost like an icy framing along that now lit up ring of symbols along the bottom. The magic thrums through that and channels out into those really large, polished, enchanted stones on either side of the main stage. Well, a good 30 feet on either side away from the audience in these little well-protected platforms that normally the performers are using, but currently are housing these magical objects which are helping power the magical snow globe. After all that lights up and brilliant lights stream across the room almost like aurora borealis, those lights then begin to swirl and gather together and form a vortex over the top of the snow globe, where everyone's eyes are now drawn and they see regular audience members, folks like themselves, like, oh my god, there's Uncle Terry. I can't believe he made it. He really pushed his way through the crowd and got to the front of the line. Uncle Terry, the blacksmith. Excitedly smiling, beaming, looking down at this spinning vortex with delight and challenge in his eyes. He can't believe he's about to jump into that. It looks like he's about to do that. Everyone's watching. The ringmaster proclaims to everyone that the garden is open, and Uncle Terry, with hand in hand with an acrobat in grand costume, jump into the snow globe, and you see as they swirl in a circle and become smaller and smaller, the light fills up the room, and two tiny specks seem to descend amongst the snowflakes down from the top of the globe into the bottom with the tiniest puff of snow. And everyone cheers with delight, the magic filling the room, almost like sweeping through, like emotionally. Let's see, anyone present for the performance, can I have a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah. That was kind of a low roll for me.
It's all right though, because you feel it thrum through the room, this sort of magical aura of like contentment and nostalgia and just like it's that holiday feeling, like, intensified, and you feel it sweep through you, but it doesn't overcome you. However, you do see, like, some older folks, maybe some, like, sensitive folks, sort of tearing up in the crowd, like they've been so moved.
I mean, this makes sense. She never really got the family holiday experience.
And anyone watching the crowd between Sidbar and Maeve, is anyone watching the crowd?
Yeah, Maeve would probably watch the crowd. At this point, she's like, I get it. All right. I see
think it'd
what's
be
going on.
glancing to see like the crowd's reaction. You know, like, oh, I've seen this before. See if they think it's cool.
So let's have perception checks from both of you then. See what you take away from the audience. Sidbar, you only glance around. You don't really, like, you see that they've all been sort of moved, and you're like, maybe you're a little impressed by all this magic. Like, it is cool to finally see it all actually lit up now.
Now that they're all
and maybe
into it, back into it.
Mm-hmm. And maybe
It's
you can't help but watch the people jumping in from the top. Like, that's a bit more entertaining to see who chooses to jump and who needs to slide as everyone enters the garden. But maybe you happen to notice that quite a few people in the crowd, like especially the folks who are quite moved, seem to be like clutching at their clothes or like a necklace, and you notice the same token that Barth saw.
Oh. Do I recognize it at all? I am trained
You said
in
you've been with the
religion.
troop for 15 years and you're trained in religion? Yeah.
Although she's like ex-clergy, so she got trained and raised up and taught all these things, and then kind of slightly disillusioned with it. So
Let's have a history with advantage.
a history. Oh,
Oh, no, or religion. Sorry, that's what I meant.
okay.
I was looking at my screen.
So, you said with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 14.
Let's see. What should I say? You recognize it from the past few times you were here, but you've also noticed that it's much more prominent than the last time you were here, like significantly so.
Like more people are wearing it this time around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I would imagine with your history, you might have asked someone about it. Do you think that sounds probable? Last time, whenever you first noticed the symbol?
Yeah, she probably would have asked about it, like recognizing the context of this being some sort of religious iconography after seeing it like multiple times on people. She probably
Mm-hmm.
would have been like, I don't know this symbol. What is this?
So that's what is most interesting to you about it, is that as far as you're aware, even from this conversation you had with someone previously, this isn't really a religious symbol. Like, there's no religion that you know to associate it with. And from what you recall of the previous conversation, it's more a tradition for the holiday than actually any sort of religious symbol that people wear
Oh,
continually.
I guess like in the best way to, it's like the Christmas tree for us.
Yeah, you would know that people who choose to participate will create a large token to put on the top of their winter tree. And the tradition dictates that you go out into the woods and find the mighty that needs to be felled. So you don't choose a strong, healthy tree. You find something that has reached the end of its life.
Mm.
And you hack it down, lob off the top, and drag it home. You take the whole thing, You use that tree for your winter wood, and you keep the top in your home as a reminder of what needs to be done at winter's end, which is to plant a new tree and thanks for the one that you used to survive the winter. And people traditionally will place these tokens on the top of the tree and then decorate them together however they choose, as a reminder of what to be grateful for during the cold winter nights.
That is so much nicer than just let's chop down a tree and stick it in the living room. That's nice.
So you plant a part of that winter tree with the new one in the spring season, in summer. So you just see it's a lot more prominent this year.
Weird.
I guess we'll leave it at that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Maeve's not really around to tell anybody, or has anyone to tell, really. It's an interesting thing of note for now.
The grand performances sort of die down, and the line for entering the snow garden drops to a trickle as people are now having to leave the seating area and go buy a ticket. Now, those who have become intrigued by the performance to see if they want to check out the snow garden themselves. So, things have kind of died down in the main stage area, but there's a steady trickle of people moving in and out, whether to just observe the garden from the outside or actually line up to go enter the garden. And I'm assuming you probably make your way back to the turkey line after that.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, okay, I get it. A little boring now. Secretly inside, I kind of want to try it.
So let's see how the next about like hour and a half or so of the evening rolls by. How does everyone choose to spend this time? And we'll see how things go.
I guess when getting back to the turkey stand, Maeve would bring up like, "Hey, have you seen that symbol on everyone?
Has
The star, with, like
has
8 points."
Ren seen the symbol? Should I write the description?
Yeah. You can decide if it's disadvantage or not. Like, are you looking up from your work when you're interacting with people?
Yeah, he has to. Like he'll make
Then
contact with people and stuff.
yeah, we'll do a flat perception roll.
16.
Nice.
Yeah, you noticed it. Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people, like some of the most common ways to wear it are either a necklace exposed or like a little brooch, a little like cape clasp.
I mean, yeah. I've seen a couple people. They're like seen like some like brooches and like some necklaces and stuff with what I think you're talking about.
No, but it's like a lot of people. Like, I mean, I kind of noticed it. I don't know, like a year or two ago. Thought it was a religious, symbol, but it's more kind of like representative of the holiday itself, and like in remembrance of the tree cut down for the winter. And anyways, I don't know. It's just weird. It's like there's way more people than there used to be wearing it now.
Yeah, pretty cool though, right? I mean, good symbolization. It could be worse. Like they could be part of a crazy cult or something, right? I mean, that sounds harmless.
Maeve just blankly blinks at you. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about.
It seems harmless, Maeve. Like I probably wouldn't worry about it. Like it's in celebration of the tree, right? Like giving thanks or whatever. Oh, maybe they should call this Thanksgiving or something.
I don't know. I just said. I mean, I feel like this would have been more of a thing and not like growing if that's if this I don't know. It just seems a little weird to me.
I don't know. Like you never like somebody's trying out a new tradition or something. Like you ever heard of that weird troll in a hole tradition thing that people used to do?
Um,
They used to make these like little dolls out of these trolls and stuff, and then they would like stuff them in these holes and do weird positions with them, and they would send their kids out to find them in the morning. Yeah,
oh, I see what you're doing.
The
Oh,
lady walks up. She's like, "Did you say troll in the hole?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I used to love my troll in the hole.
See, this lady gets it.
this
My parents used to hide that every year, and they said, now, honey, if you don't behave, Krampus is gonna get you. Troll in the hole's gonna crawl back to him and tell him what you've been up to."
Yeah, see, like, so it could probably be like, oh, hey, lady, do you mind if we take a look at your brooch real quick?
Oh, this whole thing? It's been in my family for generations. Can both of you roll a perception check?
boy,
What?
Nice.
nice.
250.
15. Let's go.
I
Yeah.
also
Go ahead.
just because she's weirded out right now. We're just gonna throw that out there as her eyes kind of light up a bit as she looks over, and the halo kind of becomes a bit more present.
60
what the
feet.
fuck? Is that thing normally there?
Yeah,
Oh, that's so weird. I've never noticed it before. Like, I guess it's a lot dimmer than it is right now. Like, how'd you make that thing light up?
look at the brooch.
You are both bickering over the brooch, and it seems very well kept, very well loved. Like, if anything, it almost looks new. Like she's looking at it affectionately, glimming it around, letting it catch the light.
You said
If
it's
I
been in
if
your family for generations.
I heard
Oh
there
yes,
were
my mother gave this to me.
oh, well, I
I
mean
kind
it.
of I kind of lean in like that thing looks brand new.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's losing it a little bit.
Can I do an insight check on this bitch?
Sure.
This whole bit.
She's evil.
She loves her family brooch. Like, her mom gave that to her. She's not even touching it now as she shows it to you. She's actually like holding it up, like sort of propping it up from underneath the cloth, where it's pinned in, to show
And,
you and move it around.
and I'm assuming I'm not picking up on anything else.
And
No.
this brooch that we are taking a look at is the same symbol that we have been seeing around, correct? I didn't actually ever ask that.
Yes, it is the same symbol, and it looks the same every time. With
Okay.
the sort of 8 points, the sort of 2 thicker lines and 2 smaller lines, all intersecting as a star. I can show that to y'all again.
Well, so my coworker Maeve here was telling me that this is some kind of a symbol for planting the new tree and kind of representation of your gratitude for using the rest of the tree to stay alive. Is that my correct understanding of this symbol?
Wow, you cook a mean turkey leg, but I would have never guessed you'd be so well read. Look at you. Yes, this is an ancient tradition of the dwarven kind. It's in thanks to the land and living in balance with the land. We bear the winter star so that we can always remember that there is even the palest of light in the darkest and coldest of nights. Winter's rain comes and goes, but it is constant, and one must always prepare and give thanks. Remember your place in the cycle of life.
During
See,
that
Maeve?
long-winded explanation, my halo and eyes fade.
See, Maeve, nothing to worry about. That's such a beautiful symbology. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and thank you for showing this to us.
Oh, you're welcome. And thanks, perhaps I can have your largest turkey leg. She's sort of like,
Yeah, here, on the house.
Absolutely. Nah, dude, what? You can't give that away on the house. You know how much
I'll
this
pay
thing
for.
costs?
I'll pay for it.
Do you know how much this thing costs? How much does the dire turkey leg cost, Fred?
Yeah, neither of us know how much they cost.
More than the regular ones, all right.
We've been selling these all day. How much are they?
8 silver.
Oh yeah, I'll pay for it. Here you go, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, Derry. Enjoy the season. She sort of shuffles off.
Big ass turkey leg.
Yeah,
As
it's
big as
like
her
the size of
face.
her head, for
Yeah.
sure. She sort of is bobbling down the street in accordance to which way the turkey leg is like leaning.
Oh no.
But yeah, there's just a magical glow in her eyes as she admires the lights and enjoys the holidays. Looks around.
Well, seeing you just gave her a free turkey leg, so even if she was part of a cult, like she probably wouldn't target you, right?
I felt like I should give her something for her trouble, for bothering her.
I mean, she seemed pretty happy to talk, but that was still a very kind thing of you to do.
Eh.
Anyway, do you mind watching these smokers again? My pouch is starting to get a little low.
I guess.
Maeve takes over the line for Ren, handles the stokers and the smokes and the meats and tries to keep things together. Luckily, it's not too hard now. Like, the things have steadied down to just a little trickle of people. Most people who wanted a turkey leg are already wandering around with like a half-eaten turkey leg. So things should be pretty calm now until you get the rush of folks who are leaving the garden show.
Stage.
hmm Let's check in with everyone else for the next like hour and a half of fairgrounds showtime. What is everyone up to?
Probably go check on Barth and Ren. The game booths. Wait, Trip or Barth.
Yeah.
My bad.
Nice.
There's probably like a lull at Barth's booth, and so he's probably like leaning up like on his elbows on the counter talking to Sidbar. So like, did they like call you up? Did you get to perform?
I mean, not at the main show, which is fine. You just every day you just keep believing and it'll happen. But I got good pump in at the music stage, so that was good.
That's right. How'd that one go? Was that one good?
It went good. I dabbed my forehead on some shirts. People were into it, so it was pretty. It's pretty sick. I threw a boulder.
Nice.
it's a bigger boulder I've ever done, but if you don't challenge yourself, you don't change. So you get it. You're filling out that shirt. I see you.
Yeah, I mean, I doing what I can,
Yeah,
it's more
man.
remnants from my old days, man. 12 years ago, I would have given you a run for your money, bud.
Sure, dude. Probably not, but if you want, I can get you one of my protein bone broth shakes.
Oh, that's actually a good point. Could you go and get me a turkey leg by chance?
Oh no, dude! I got protein jerky right here. Like
I know you got it, and I've
Dude.
tried it. You've tried to pawn it on me a lot. If you could go get me a turkey leg, I would really appreciate that.
broiled chicken that I dry out.
Hey,
Yeah, no,
Barth,
that's fine.
I got you.
Nah,
He'll just walk. He's walking past the booth. I got you.
Thank you,
Alright,
Trip.
just
Thank
make
you,
sure
buddy.
you take the skin off for him.
Nope, you leave all that skin on. Ask if there's any
Yeah,
extra.
dude. Yeah,
I'll get
maybe
you extra skin. I'll
rinse.
get you extra skin.
Just squeeze it with a
Sid.
paper towel. And
No,
the
Sid,
fat.
it's all winter. What are you doing trying to spoil the opening day of all winter?
It's cutting season. Okay, you might look like this, and he flexes, and just everything's gross and defined, veiny, still
No.
shiny for some reason.
No, I don't. I don't want to look like that.
Yeah, man. You know where the shine comes from? It's just raw eggs. It's the egg white.
Is it the turkey grease you rub on?
It's not turkey grease. Well, it doesn't hurt. But like I said, man, just gotta keep grinding every day and not eat turkey legs. So
That can't do. That's no go, Captain.
but I have
As
another
is-
cheat day coming up in about 56 days. So 4 a year.
That's bold of you. If you're here when you get a cheat day, it's turkey leg time. Dire turkey leg time.
Yeah. Dude.
What do you eat on your cheese?
I'll eat breaded chicken. Some, maybe I'll put a little butter with my broccoli.
I can't.
I put
can't.
2 apples into my just veggie green smoothie instead of just vegetables.
That's your
torturing
cheat
yourself.
day?
And I allow myself like 1 slice of bread. So just, 4 carbs a year.
Okay, we're changing that. You learned what like a cheat day is.
Oh,
That's
boy.
not what that is.
I'm salivating.
That's not your diet.
Hold on. He's gonna knock out some push-ups. He's gonna be like, "It's not your cheat day. It's not your cheat day. It's not your cheat day."
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the smell of hot dogs and funnel cakes and hot
Right.
cocoa are drifting over you all.
Alright,
Have
guys,
you
I'm just-
not had our deep fried Owlbear peanut butter bar?
Oh god.
Oh, you said it. Oh man, you said it. No,
You want me to get
alright,
one?
bro, that
I would
just-
love it
you
if you could get me.
No,
one.
All right.
no.
That would
No.
be great. Yes, yes.
That's- man, what you put in your body is what you get out, man. Like, he'll keep referring to himself. If you want to look like this one day,
Strikes a pose.
again, you can't. You just can't be doing that. Ellie, spit
Here.
that out, and he knocks like the turkey leg bone out of her mouth. Have some protein, turkey, dude. You're ruining those gains. What are you doing? Doctor's like,
Even your dog has cheat days and games. What is that? Whatever. Lights up a cigarette.
I'm gonna lecture the dog real quick. Keep doing that, right? I buy you good eggs, protein in your coat. Right? I'm trying to set a good example for Barth, and you're over here eating off the floor.
One of
Sign it
the
up.
toddlers from Barth's gaggle of families fishing with the ducks has wandered over to interact with you and the dog. Puppy!
Oh, hey there. Just be gentle with it. Yeah,
Well, you
He's
know it's a puppy.
it's a full-grown woman. How about I just like pick you up, kid? And he'll just do like strongman stuff. Hold him with his 2 feet with one hand. Like
A
upside
frazzled
down.
mother glances over and does a double take as she watches you throw her child into the air for a somersault.
Catch it perfectly.
Clarabelle, don't worry. He's a professional. He just does this. He's good.
Stuck it, Hey, listen, little dude, if you ever want to train, just like let me know. I'll get you on a
Wayne?
routine. Yeah. We could get you doing triple somersaults. So here you go, little buddy, and I'm gonna give him some of my homemade jerky.
Just remember,
Turkey
kid.
jerky.
It's always bulk and season, buddy. And I'm gonna like turn the kid around and kind of like push him on his back towards his child.
Let's see a persuasion roll.
And then
Flat.
It's
Um,
always bulking season.
persuasion.
You don't get to look like this.
And as I'm pushing the kid, I'll apologize to Bar. Say, sorry, man. Fans just come up like no privacy.
I get it. I
Probably
get it.
Everybody just wants to train.
The kid's skeptical, but you are friends with the dog, so he like takes a little test nibble out of the jerky and like screws up his face and then like
Yeah, man.
sneaks it over to the dog.
I dry it out a little bit extra, so it's harder to chew, so you get a good jaw definition. No wasted movements, bro.
You're torturing yourself
Oh
on a
my
daily
God.
basis for no reason.
Always reps.
So,
The dwarf father, husband of said frazzled wife, is standing between you and her quite protectively. A little bit of his insecurities leaking out. It's not how he gets it. That's not how it works. It's not. You can't just. Honeys, look. Susie almost got the duck. No, honey, look over here. And she's like sort of peeking over at you, thinking about how easy it was for you to lift her child up, and kind of shakes her head, turns her attention back to the ducks.
I have a family. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Nothing.
She swoops her child back over, gets him to grab a pole, play with the ducks. He mostly just kind of splashes it around in the water. He doesn't understand the game.
Don't worry. This on the house. Get as many as you want, kid.
If he trained, he'd probably be getting it right now. But he fed my jerky to Bleak, so that's cool.
After they finally wrap up enjoying a long, personal, genuine time at your booth, things have slowed down. Everyone's like, most people are standing either in line for the garden, tickets to the garden, at various booths, like food booths, or the lines themselves. So the games are slightly less popular just at the moment. So after the family finally is wrapping things up, they say their thank yous and wish you happy times for the seasons, good health for the winter. And they actually offer you, Barth, one of the tokens, a small one. It's been in our family not too long. It's just a small token. We were gonna save it for a special occasion, but I think we made just such happy memories today. And the couple looks at each other lovingly, and all the kids are being like miraculously well behaved. I think the duck game has really tired them out. They pass along the token and say their thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Happy all winter. If I could ask, what's the family name? I mean, if I'm going to be sporting it, I should at least know what tribute I should give.
Blood spiller.
Jawbreaker.
Stone River. Stone River family.
Stone River.
Of Dwarftopia. Don't forget that.
Thank you so much again. You guys should definitely try maybe some of the spiced wine. If I could be honest, it's pretty delicious.
Oh, some wine. Well, it is that kind of evening, and they sort of like nod like appreciatively. Thank you. And they actually send you back a cup of wine. So about
Nice.
10 minutes later, you receive some wine.
Hey.
Perfect time. No one's at the booth. A little bit of wine. I think I got a turkey leg coming. This is perfect.
Don't drink Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah, dude, you really shouldn't be drinking. It'll spoil your gains. It just really dries out the body.
You're kind of spoiling the drinking, if I could be
Yeah.
honest.
So, but you know, fine. Everybody can be on this kind of grind, but side note, I could kind of lower this back post by just a little bit, make your game a little harder to win.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of hard to win game,
Yeah.
you still good for cards?
Oh yeah, dude. Is that tonight?
Yeah, if we have time, at least just sometime during the stay.
No, it's just I gotta get in a little workout.
I'm sure you have to find time for that.
So-
No time to work out for you.
Yeah, if I don't get 3 out of 3, I just feel like blah,
Hmm.
And he
Hey,
acts
tell
like
you
his
what.
stomach pushes out, but it doesn't move like at all.
You're looking for gains. I'm looking to have some fun. Kind of bored.
Mhm.
You want to arm wrestle?
Oh, yeah,
If you win the arm wrestle, I won't have the turkey leg. But if I win the arm wrestle, you eat a turkey leg.
Ooh.
Roll a persuade.
Persuasion.
What, you not confident in your strongman skills?
Oh, a 10. Dirty middle of the road 10.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I mean, if you let me take the skin off the turkey and just towel it a little bit, so there's not so much oil in it.
I love that. I will take your oily skin turkey in that
So-
case.
Oh, you know what? I might just throw that away.
Okay, all right. We'll decide that when it comes. And he puts his arm on the counter.
Because I care, man. Because I care. But
Let's do a
He
strength
turns
v
around.
strength.
he's doing a little shoulder thing, and he's amping himself up like he did earlier.
Hell yeah.
You gotta challenge yourself to change. You just gotta envision it, and you can do it. Okay. All right. He's doing some wrist rolls real quick. Okay. Shaking
These
out,
are
boys.
flat strength checks.
Let's do it. Wait, do I just roll a saving throw? Or do I click the
Just strength.
button?
The strength.
Yeah, I think if you just click strength, it'll. Oh.
What row? You don't have anything for this roll, I assume?
No.
I don't know. I don't know everyone's character sheets. Sorry.
I think guy's raging. But he's not. He just wanted to be all natural.
Got it.
No performance enhancements.
No PEDs.
No cheating.
I mean, unfortunately for yourself, you forgot to consider the position you're in. You were ready for the show. You had dehydrated for a couple hours, make sure your veins really popped, and you just got that one burst of sugar right before the show, and you've been on your way down ever since. And you're used to pushing through it, but you didn't think about going against a pure hulk of muscle like Barth that's been sitting in wait all day.
Deceptively strong is what I've been told.
Okay, man. I've
And
seen you put in homework.
he just springs right away, slams your hand over.
Sick. All right, man. Shit. This. Why do we fall? We get, to lift more weights. So I guess this is just
some
motivation.
nice anecdote about losing. That was a
Motivation.
good game.
Hey, man. I didn't lose. You won. All right, because you envisioned it and you believed harder. Things worked out for you. So anyway,
You're gonna love the turkey leg. I don't know why you're so excited.
The mental gymnastics you're doing there is more exercise than anyone should ever do in their lives. I didn't lose. You won.
You're gonna call me a bitch. You better put sensitive in front of it, you whack asshole. Well, with that entertaining conversation wrapping up after the family has left, what was Trip up to after he left his game booth?
He was going to get
Get
turkey
turkey
for
legs.
Barth.
Oh, right. So maybe
Yeah, he's-
this would have been when you returned. So what were you up to like this whole time?
He's just standing there watching all of this.
Probably.
Slow-mo?
No, he would probably be at the booth, still trying to bring a crowd in and maybe doing a little bit extra stuff so he can get a bigger crowd in. I think he likes to show off his skills.
I think it wouldn't take long for someone to notice you doing your little knife tricks, like almost like pen tricks, because you're standing in line. Like if you're doing your little knife tricks, some people would recognize you because you're not too new, right? Remind me.
I've been 5 years.
Yeah, people recognize you from previous years, and even from walking in, even if they didn't stop by the first time.
Oh yeah, true.
And so there's this awkward, almost crowd around the line. You're part of the line for the turkey legs. As people make requests for different tricks. They're like, "Do the double cobra! No, do the oopsie daisy!" It's like, no, chop Lorraine's hair again. That was him.
That was an accident. You don't say that.
Some random performer in the back.
No, Trip, come on. You can't say that, man. You're not supposed to tell people it was an accident.
Beautiful accident. Her hair looks better now.
Do you entertain the crowd, or do you?
Yeah, absolutely. Did you want me to roll a performance?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let's see this is a crowd who came to you. So let's see a performance check with advantage.
This time I rolled this, I did so good. Hey.
Wow.
Beautiful. You are in your element. These people they begged you for a show. Like, how can you not? Like, you see those goo eyes on some of these ladies in the crowd. They're not saying anything, but they're standing in the back and they can't look away. You can't help but entertain.
I feel like too he would throw a bunch of his knives and they're all because I have psychic blades and they would just dematerialize and then they'd reappear in my hands. So I'd walk up to kids and pull knives behind their ears and be like,
Nice.
yeah.
The crowd loves it. They eat it up.
Now who thinks that they can beat me? Knife throwing contest, and let's see if someone steps up.
Yeah, let's do it. High or low?
My favorite. Let's go high.
Always high.
Damn it.
No, you got someone. He's
Ooh.
like a teen dwarf. He looks really cocky and is trying really hard to be unimpressed.
All right. You think you got what it takes? I'll grab one of the knives off the counter.
I know I
hand it
do.
to
I've
her.
been training since I could stand.
Nice. Well, let's see what you got, young son. Hands him a knife.
He takes it. He does look familiar with it, but he does seem a little nervous too. Like a lot of people are watching.
Yeah. So, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Well, what's the challenge?
See, closest to the bullseye wins.
Have we? I'm wandered back over to
Yeah.
your booth then.
Yeah.
So a little detour. You've got a turkey leg in one hand, a
Right.
couple of
and then
daggers in the other.
deep fried peanut butter owlbear bar in the back pocket.
All your empty knife holsters are filled with special goods.
Food.
You smell delicious as you walk over to your stand.
Hell yeah.
And you and the young boy compete. He'll go first. We'll do. This is with a +2. He biffed it. He barely nicked the board, and then it flopped onto the ground.
Hey, we're not all winners, and that's okay. That's all right. I probably won't even do any better. You're fine.
He sort of huffs. He's like, is so red in the face, he doesn't know what to say.
Should I do performance, or could I potentially pick another skill?
You can pick a different skill. Like, let's see, because you could be flashy and you could do a performance, or you could be just a little more straightforward.
I think I'd want to be sneaky in the sense of like, could I use like a sleight of hand, almost like I'm
Absolutely.
talking to him and then just flip it behind me.
I love that. Yeah, just like out to the side.
Should I roll normal or advantage or disadvantage or?
We'll do normal. You're not really trying.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter.
So yeah, he'd kind of lean over and be like, "It's all right, kid. We can't all be winners, and that's fine." And like mid sentence, just flips it behind him.
The kid, like, his jaw drops and the crowd bursts into like super loud applause. Maybe it even draws Barth and Sidbar's attention. And a few other people kind of jostle the kid out of the way, being like, I want to go next. I want to go.
All right, here we go. Step right up and kind of like bows and then finds a woman in the crowd and like winks at her.
She swoons.
God, he's such a dirtbag. It's ridiculous.
What do you think of that, strange woman? You like how I belittled that teenager?
Straight up.
I'm a professional.
How'd that make you feel, darling?
And then I think it's at this time that we'll get ready for a break real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But before we depart, suddenly, from the distance behind the main stage, a loud explosion rings.
No.
Screams ring out. And people start pouring out of the big tent entrance.
Oh no.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
And now let's take a break.
Break time.
Good job.
Commercial
If I
break.
run now, I can stay ahead of the crowd.
The snow globe exploded. Oh god.
He's dead.
We'll see.
Women in Sidbar first.
Boom.
Everyone died. The folks clapped at the end.
Well done.
Oh no,
Thanks for
the
playing.
Hopmans. What happened to the Hopmans?
They were behind it all. They needed the insurance money to pay for Brett's fancy school.
Oh god.
That he got kicked out of.
There's all sorts of tragedy in place here.
I love everyone's characters for this one shot. They're all so unique.
I love it. Everyone did such a great job. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. We're all
Yeah,
doing
that's right.
awesome.
Yeah, thank
but
you.
Everyone's killing it.
I like hate it and love the just little detail of I go around and collect cigarette butts.
Yeah.
That's a good detail.
So
And then I
great.
love this like himbo nutritionist personality.
Fucking love.
It's so good.
Are so funny.
He's a good time.
Cool. I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah. We're back.
He like gives off this energy of like one of those like CEO bros, but all his knowledge is working out and nutrition. My headset needs to charge.
My computer is so fucking hot. Like,
I don't know why. My brain immediately went to the robot joke we make for you. And so it was just you being like, damn, this computer is kind of hot, though. Like,
we've been together a while.
I'm kind of into it, actually.
You know, actually,
Never seen you like this before.
who knew? It was always the computer next door the whole time.
Your real ride or die was there in front of you the whole time.
Something that cracks me up is how it makes so much sense, but y'all have made the circus so much seedier than I imagined it.
Like half of us are runaways from like bad shit.
Yeah. Because I was imagining like a Disneyland meets Cirque du Soleil, but now it's more like Cirque du Soleil after a few centuries.
I definitely got the vibe. I definitely like had the thought. I was like, this definitely is like a traveling Disneyland sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely picked up on that. That makes a ton of sense.
What was that first part of your statement? We made it so much more what than you expected?
Seedier.
Seedier.
Mm-hmm. I'm
My
eating.
headset kind
Sorry.
of cut out. No, that was me going into the porch.
Yeah, like I have Roll20 off for 2 minutes and it's already cooled down so much.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Roll20, why you like that?
Complicated shit. Yes. I'm guessing it has something to do with like RAM. You know, like it's just having to do too much at once.
Well, and I'm sure it also has to do with like all of us like connecting to it and like it all, us all seeing the same things happening at the same time and stuff. It's like it's almost like a Skype call in a sense.
Yeah, which Skype also, like Skype and Zoom.
Yeah.
My computer's like, I don't know how you make the towns feel full.
I think you did a
Amazes
great
me.
job.
Thank you.